Hey, welcome back. So in this lecture, let's understand about printing and inputting a string. So we learned about printing a string where we use %s, right? Let's learn about how to input a string using %s format specifier. So use the format specifier %s with printf to print a string and with scanf to input a string. So you should remember that. And be careful with using %s with array of characters. The array must be terminated with a null character, otherwise it may result in segmentation fault. For %s, the string must be terminated with a null character. Let's learn how to input a string. Now let's just practice to input a string. Let's learn how to input your name. For that, let me write a small program, printf enter your name. So just observe what I'm doing. So later you can practice. So I'll give you an exercise. So enter your name, and now let's say you have to use a scanf to take the name from the user. So now first let's reserve some space to store that string. So we have to use the character array, isn't it? Let's use the character array, char, let's say name, and let's reserve some bytes to store a name. So let's say 30 bytes. So your name must be less than 29 characters because 1 byte is required to store the null character, isn't it? So that's why your name must be of 29 characters or less than that for this application. And after that, let's use scanf. So you have to use a format specifier %s to read a string, and the argument is name. So this is array name of type char star, right? And after that, let's greet the user, hi %s, and you have to give the argument name. So this is a message. Let's try this. Let's run this. So now let me type the name, let's say Kumar, and hi Kumar. So you can see that it printed. So now let's run once again, and this time I am going to enter Ram Kumar. And here you can see that it couldn't able to read the characters after the white space character. The white space character here is space, isn't it? So it only read till here, right? So we'll investigate why is that. I'm going to investigate the contents of this array after inputting the string. So I'm going to use a for loop, and I'm going to iterate over 30 bytes, and I'm going to print the contents of this array in the form of hex. So %x/n name of I. So this is to read, this is to print, and this is to investigate this array. Let's run. Oh, sorry, for a time being, let me use int. Okay. So now let me enter the name, and here it is. So this is the first element of the array. So this is for KIRAN, isn't it? So after n, which is this one, there is a 0, isn't it? So this is a null character, right? So that null character is added by the scanf automatically. So you did not to insert any null character to make it a string. So when you use scanf along with %s, a string will be terminated by a null character. And after that, all these are some random values which are there in this array. Let's execute the same program in our IDE. Let me go to the IDE and let's paste here, and let's compile this, and let's try to run. And here you can see that we are not getting this printf. That's because for this console you have to use fflush. So if you want to check the output in Eclipse console, you have to use fflush std out here, and after that here as well. Actually here it is not required because there is a return. So when it returns, automatically everything will be flushed out. So that's why this is redundant actually. Let's run this. So enter your name, let's enter Ashok, and it prints correctly. So now in the next lecture, let's learn how to read a string with white space character such as a space character, and I'll see you in the next lecture.